My name is Susan Erner. I'm possibly a goalkeeper this year, and I come from a little club in the east of Galway called Aircourt Camogie Club, and it's just situated on the border of Offaly, so some may say that I'm lucky enough to be on the right side of the border there, you know. Personally, myself, I've had a bit of luck with the underage, you know, under 14, under 16, under 18, and in 2003 we went up from junior to intermediate, and we've kind of been there and thereabouts, you know, in the semi-final intermediate stages, but we haven't been lucky enough to kind of get past that step. So hopefully in the next couple of years we have a lot of good young ones coming up. They're only about 14 or 15 now, but by the time I'm 30 it might be. It's going great. We have new management, new fresh faces. Last year the intermediate Galway Camogie team won out the All-Ireland, so we have a lot of them that have come up through the ranks, and they're finding their spots in the team now this year. So we've Bertie Sherlock now from Tumavary Tipperary, so he's bringing new training methods and techniques into the training sessions. So, you know, it's different. It freshens up the training pitch, I suppose. I suppose they're trying to drill into us that, you know, we can be the best team in the country, but we just have to get it right in our heads. And I suppose in the last couple of years we've kind of let ourselves down the last 5 or 10 minutes. And so, you know, this year now, especially in the league semi-final, they're gone by 5 minutes, you know, was left, and they managed to beat us again with a last-minute goal. So that's in our head, but we're pretty confident now that we can go forward, and the last 10 minutes of our game should be the strongest from here on in now. So 2 years ago, beating Wexford in the semi-final was pretty sweet. You know, it was a last-minute victory as well, and we got our chance to go to Croke Park. And this year we're playing Wexford third in the championship, and we played them in the league, but we weren't at full strength, so we're not too sure what our team situation will be come to that match, but we're fairly confident, you know. We're fully prepared and ready to give them we know that Wexford are physically strong on the field, so we hope to put it up to them. For us it'll be Kilkenny, Wexford, Cork, all 7 teams basically, but Kilkenny for us have been a tough team to get past for the last couple of years. Last year in the All-Ireland semi-final, this year in the league semi-final, so we have them first up in the championship this year, so we'll know, you know, come 12th of June if we're good enough to proceed on into the championship basically. Too many. I know. Yeah, well, for example, this year a friend of mine was going to Canada for a wedding, and I had to turn it down because of 2 championship games in July, and of course the usual nights out and staying sober, being the designated driver too many times this year. But yeah, I will have my fair share of good nights out after championship. So I work in a secondary school at St. Fantina's in Longwood in Meath. I'm a French teacher there, French and history. So that keeps me going 9 to 5, and then I suppose training and keeping myself fit then after school. There's 4 or 5 of us living in Dublin, so we have to drive home from Dublin to Ballinasloe or Lochray or a place like that. It's really tough because, you know, there's a lot of girls in the Galway Camogie team that aren't actually living in Galway. Brenda Haney lives in Clonmel. There's 4 or 5 of us in Dublin, you know, so we're really all spread around. There's a girl living in Clare as well in Ennis, so it's tough. I suppose I'm from a little parish, and there's about 3 girls my age in the parish, so between my brother and his friends, you know, it was always out playing hurling and football. And then I suppose our principal in national school was a big influence, because every lunchtime and every PE time was hurling. And I suppose my family influences as well, you know, be out pucking around with my dad, or my next door neighbour was a former Galway hurler as well, so I suppose I still admire Brendan Cummins on the Tipperary hurling team. He's, in my opinion, he's class, like his ball stopping, his catching, his presence in that square, you know, something I always look up to and hope, you know, to pick up a few things from him as well, I suppose. Well, I remember it was in national school, our goalie forgot to bring her hurl, you know, as you do at 10 years of age. So the principal just stuck me in, basically, and from then on, from 10 years of age, I've been stuck in there. I've been experimenting with the club now. I've been kind of roaming around out the field because there's a lot of our players injured and things, but I'm probably safest in goals.